All right, Addie, so what was your power goal?
So my power goal was to read 2 nonfiction books on my level. So I chose this one because this was on my science fair project and it talked a lot about taste. And then I picked this one.
And what is the connection for your science fair project? So the rest of your group doesn't know. Tell them what you're working on.
I'm working on different parts of the tongue and how they taste different, taste.
Okay. So that was a good choice book. And then what was the other one you picked?
I picked this one because in Miss Warren's room we were talking about enslaved people and equal rights.
Awesome. And so that hits that nice social studies standard.
Yeah.
So you get like the kind of twofer with the genre. Very good. And then what do you have in your vocab book? What did you find?
So in this book I found pulpit, and then it was highlighted, so I looked in the glossary and it said the platform of a raised structure in a church from which the minister preaches. So I didn't really understand what that meant, but I just knew that it was like the platform of the church.
Okay, so let's take a look in here and just see if this, we can see in the text and see if it gives an example. Okay, and so you're right, it is highlighted, but it doesn't give an image. And so do you attend a church?
No.
Okay, so it is something like raised, almost, it could be like stage-like. It's kind of lifted, it's elevated. And so what your description was that it is?
The structure of a church that was ministered by the preacher.
Okay, so something, open that back up. Nope, that one, yep. So in this, something we could do to kind of deepen this understanding of the vocab word would be to use the 4-square model. I know Miss Warren talked to you guys about this. So this is where we write the word, we define it, we write a synonym and maybe an antonym, and then we also draw an image. And so that would require us in that looking up of your text to in looking up those defining words to also get that image, and then that image is kind of in our mind, and then that makes that connection even deeper, right? Okay, good. And then so what's the other one that you have there?
Sensitive. I found it in the senses book. So I knew what sensitive meant, but I didn't fully know the full definition. So I looked in the glossary and it said soft or feels it more in one place than another. So it was talking about bath water, and your feet are more sensitive than your hands, so you would use your feet to feel the bath water instead of your hands.
Oh, so the temperature of the bath water?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting. That makes a lot of sense, right? All right, so very good. So I think you have done a great job of reading some additional genres. We're gonna move into understanding Greek and Latin roots and how they can change, how that helps you to understand. So if we know a Greek or a Latin root and we understand its meaning, the root, then that helps us to build additional vocabulary, right? Okay, so we'll move on to that as your goal and we'll sign the weights.
Okay.
Thanks, Abby.